Welcome everybody. Today I will walk you through creating a real-world GitHub README file using Markdown. We will use a real example from a shotgun metagenomics project that investigates how inflammation changes the gut microbiome in mice. Whether you are a bioinformatician, a researcher, or data analyst, this tutorial will help you document your project clearly and professionally. Let's get started. What is Markdown? It is a lightweight language to format plain text. It is simple, fast, and looks great on GitHub. Think of it as writing a mini website using just text. You can add titles, images, links, tables, and code without needing HTML. And best of all, every GitHub repo understands Markdown right out of the box. Let's create a README file for a sample project on shotgun metagenomics. You can do this in any text editor. I recommend VS Code, but it's up to you. Let's do it here in VS Code because it allows live rendering of our Markdown code. Let's first talk about Markdown syntax very briefly. So you can format text in Markdown by using the numeral sign and say first level title. Right click or control click in Mac and Markdown preview enhance. And then you can see here live how that's gonna look. If we use 2, subtitle level 1, it gets slightly smaller. If we use 3, subtitle level 2 gets smaller, and so on. You can go down up to level 6. It will go progressive smaller. This is for text formatting. Now we have one of the most useful things here. If you use a couple of square brackets followed by parentheses, that defines a hyperlink. So in the first element you will include a tag, whatever text you want to appear, figure 1, and here is where we will include the hyperlink. So in this case it is in the images directory, and let's take this one that is called taxonomy. But if we want to render that here, we can add an exclamation sign here, and you see that simply by doing that I already add a figure into my Markdown file. We can also create a table just simply by using pipe sign, name, email. We can separate the header from the rest of the table by dashes, as I am doing here. You can see that the table started looking nice. We include the first user, Juan, for example, that's me, and then my email is this, right? And you see the email gets automatically formatted, and it is a hyperlink also. And we can include another one, I don't know, Joe, for example, and I will include another one of my emails, and so on. So this is essentially what you need for writing a Markdown file. It's that easy. Alright, let's start writing our real Markdown. For the sake of time, we will just copy and paste the different part, and I will explain each step. So let's include a level 1 title, so the main title of the page, and let's visualize that live. So this is how it is going to look. As second, we will use hyperlinks to define an index that we will include in our page. It's like that. Essentially what we include here, as you see, is 2 numeral to define a subtitle level 1, and then we use the typical syntax of a hyperlink, as I just explained, and to link a different subtitle inside of the same document we use the numeral, and everything is lowercase connected by hyphens, and then using the exact name of the subtitle, as you will see here. Let's now add a description for the project that will also be level 2 subtitle. Now let's include a number 3 subtitle, and this will be a description of samples, and I just define a table as I explained. The 2 underscores here surround the table 1, then produce the bold typeface. Let's include collaborators in this project, also in another table, and let's include now another element that will be data analysis. And we can include here some hyperlinks. We use 2 softwares for that, Kraken 2 and Human 3, and each of them is complemented with the hyperlink that takes us to the webpage describing those softwares. And inside of there, we have two levels of analysis that we did. The first one is the taxonomic classification. We included several elements. So in the taxonomic classification, we briefly describe how we did it. We include here the main code that we use to run that software. And as you notice here, how you include code is just by adding 3 of those ticks here, and then a word that is just a tag that tells you what type of code you are writing. In this case it's bash, but it could be Python, it could be any type of code. And then we include here a figure, and the figure is the same one that I used before, the taxonomy figure, and a legend for that figure. We will include the same information for the second level of analysis we did, which is functional profiling. And with that, so our file, our Markdown has been finished, and I will just show you in the GitHub repo how it looks. And this is how it looks in the GitHub repo. This is the page we just created. This is the first level title, then come the index, which is fully functional. I will show you at the end the description of the project, description of samples, collaborators, data analysis with the corresponding hyperlinks. Look, the code looks nicely formatted in a gray box, and here are the figures that describe the results of taxonomic classification. And the same thing we present for functional profiling, the figures as well. Just to show you the index, we can click here at functional profiling. It will move to any part of the document we want. So that's it. You now know how to write a clean professional Markdown file for GitHub. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more content on Git, coded and bioinformatic tools. Drop a comment if you want to deep dive into advanced Markdown tips or automation with templates. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.